Hey guys, it is Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and I design workshops that help you create beautiful layouts from start to finish. I seem to be trying to. Good morning, Gay. Sorry, I had to reboot the internet today, and it took a while for it to show back up. It's super frustrating. I actually don't even know what to do anymore. But that's okay. We're just going to go with it. So, welcome to Shaker Week. Like I said earlier this week, I picked my theme because I love working with a theme. So, it's Shaker Week. So, we are going to turn the Z Fold card that I created into a shaker. So, I was going to pull the comments up in front of me so I can actually see them without trying to look back here. Ah, there we go. Oh, no. Everything wants to update. Okay, turning that off. Everything wants to update today. And that's probably part of my problem. So this was the card that I made last week, and there is a Design Space file and a downloadable template. So whoever missed the live video, if you want the template, simply comment card and I'll send you the link after. Oh, thank you, Judy. That's nice. I'll take it today. So you can get the template. So the template comes as a PDF, and then right after you'll receive an email with the live links to the Design Space file and the YouTube video. So just so you know how it works, it was the easiest way for me to figure out how to deliver it. And I made lots of different versions. You can do it manually with a thin cut. So those videos are here on this page if you wanted to watch them. It's been a fun little card. I love a Z Fold. I guess it's more, not that I love a Z Fold. I love something unexpected in a card. So today we are going to create this one. So like I said, it's Shaker Week. So we're going to do this card with You Are Enough. And I didn't put anything on the inside of this one yet. But I thought it was fun. And this one is super simple. Trying to keep it simple. So because we've got some more complex ones, so I wanted to kind of keep this one simpler. And then on Friday, I'm going to do, I'm going to do a layout, a shaker layout. And I have a plan in my head, which I think will work as long as I don't have more internet issues. So here we go. So I used the Design Space link that I provided to cut my pieces, except for after I used the shaker thin cut to cut the ring for the shaker, because this fits in this circle. How perfect is that, right? So, but I wanted that little, I could have left it just plain and done like a Cricut circle within the inside, but I like that little stitched line that the thin cut provides. So this is the mulberry from the You Are Enough, and then ballerina, and then we're going to do a little holographic butterfly. And then the paper is from the You Are Enough. I just did a white liner, and then I did a ballerina card. So like I said, this was the only piece that I cut after, and it's just because I wanted that stitched border for my thin cut. And then obviously I cut the butterfly, but I'm going to show you what I did. So here, right, here's our base with the circle already cut out of it. And then we've got our white piece for the inside. Okay, so then when you cut out your front piece here, you can obviously do whatever you want, like whatever pattern you want. So you get this with a circle here. So I took that circle and cut my back of my butterfly out of it. I thought well, I might as well not waste it. I'll use it for my butterfly. So the butterfly is from the Layered Butterflies, which was part of that You Are Enough campaign. So I did the two little butterflies. So I cut the background out of the ballerina, and then I cut the front out of the holographic paper. It's funny. Emmy's back beside my desk here, and it's really, really hot outside, so she's got to stay inside. And she just let out the biggest sigh at the window because she would like to go outside and play. Okay, and then cut this piece. And then I picked just plain. Well, this comes out of here, right? The middle piece from the card front. And then, like I said, I cut the ring from the thin cut. Okay, and I'm going to use a shaker window and foam acetate just to make my life easy. You could totally make your own shaker element if you would like. And so just so you, if you're thinking about it, right, when you look at these different shapes here, right, you can make some of the other thin cuts for the shaker elements work, I'm sure too, right? If you use the heart probably to cut out your front, and then you had the heart on the inside, you can make the heart shaker out of the front if that's what you wanted to do. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a nice quick one because some of them have been long lately. So I'm not going to use the white insert. I'm actually going to use the ballerina, and that's what I'm going to stamp my sentiment on. So here I used Let's You Shine, sorry, from the You Are Enough Stamp and Thin Cuts. I'm going to see here if the thank you fits in the circle. It might be too wide. Let's just check it out. Oh, no, I think it's good. Okay, we're going to make this one a thank you card. So, here we go. We'll do the stamping and get it out of the way first. Okay, and it does appear like I haven't used this thank you yet, which I actually thought I had. So let's try it and make sure I'm just going to pull something out of the garbage so we can make sure we're stamping good before we stamp on our circle. So I'm just going to stamp on here so that it has a second to dry while we put the card together, and then yep, we are all good. Okay. So, and obviously you could very much decorate this way more. Is it possible to make my desk bigger? Yes, absolutely. Sorry, one second. There we go. Good thing you actually said something to me. Okay. So, here we go. I got so flustered with the internet not working when I first started. I like to be on time. It's a thing from my childhood. So when I was not ready to go, when everything wasn't ready to go right away, I don't like that very much. So I'll tell you, so when I was a kid, we had, and my mom was always late, like notoriously late. Hopefully she's not watching, but I think she knows that about herself. And when I was still relatively young, we went to one of my aunt and uncle's houses, and my parents were divorced, but it was my dad's sister's house, and we got there on time, and it was just like me and my sisters, and my uncle made some sort of comment about the fact of, oh, we didn't actually expect you to be on time because your mom's always late. So ever since then, that's totally stuck with me, and I get freaked out if I'm not on time. So the things we bring from our childhood forward, right? Okay, so now, here we go. Now that I ventured off topic there. So I'm going to fold up the inside piece. So the piece will score in your Cricut, but if you look at the sheet, it does actually tell you the sizes of the pieces and the score marks if you don't want to cut it with your Cricut, because it's a pretty simple card. So if you don't want to pull out your Cricut, you don't need to. So all the dimensions are just written down on, well, not written down, typed on the PDF. So, but if I remember correctly, I think this is 8 and 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then it's scored at 2 and 4. So these pieces end up being each 2 inches, and then that's what we're going to put our little liner piece on. So you could also, if you prefer, put it on this piece. You could add a decorative liner to this piece. You can do anything. Oh, sorry. You could do all sorts of fun things with it just by modifying 1 or 2 pieces, and they all end up looking different. So I'll show you at the end all the different versions that I've done so far. So I think because I know I'm going to put the shaker element on here, I'm going to put the darker part of the paper down at the bottom so that you can see it, and the white's at the top. Sorry, that was super weird. It was sticky on the top of my tape runner for some reason. That's weird. So if you wanted, you could add a sentiment to the inside of the liner. And I would probably do that right now if I was going to do it, because then you don't have it on top of the other layer of your card. Okay, so this piece is ready to go. So now I can add my card front to my card base. And again, today I went with the pretty color because I wasn't manually cutting it. When I did all the manual ones, I just used a regular white daisy card, and obviously they all fit into an envelope. So I'm just gonna match up my hole, and then I have just that nice little border all the way around. And I thought the little holographic butterfly would play nicely off of the rose gold of the You Are Enough. So again, the card base is scored. So I'm just gently folding it first. I love the holographic paper. Sorry, Emmy looked like she was going to try and come up onto my desk. I'm like, I don't think you can actually get up there. But she's now left the room. We are okay. We will not have any accidents. Okay. So now we can add the liner to the card base. And it's got just that little tiny, it's probably not going to pick it up on camera, but just a really pretty little edge when you do the card from a colored card base. So the white daisy base with the ballerina on the back, you get just this little pretty border. Okay. So there we go. Now, I think I built it the other way yesterday, but I'll try building it this way today. I'll build my shaker and then we'll add it to the card. So I just have my anti-static pouch. Just makes it a little bit easier. And then, like I said, I totally took the easy way out with this circle, but it's so much easier. So I just have my piercing tool and I'm just running it, oops, around the outside just to break those little membranes up so that it comes off easily. Just like this. And then don't forget to use all of these. And I'm just going to show you a little trick about that too. So now I'm just placing it and it just fits perfectly on my circle here. Okay, so too, before I put these in my pile of things to use later, I will also just quickly break these up so that they come off easily, right? So now they're all just ready to go and not kind of attached to each other. So there we go. And then I picked the little silver confetti, but you could stuff it with whatever. Oh, maybe we should use, I still have, let's see, some rose gold ones, sequins. And the pretty, let's do that. So this is just the rose gold sequins left over, and it matches the card base perfectly. Matches those little rose gold accents on that card front. Just making sure not everything is upside down here. It's such a pretty mix. So there we go. And then I have my acetate piece and I need to close these up or we will have an accident. And don't forget there is a film on one side. So I'm just using my piercing tool on the very edge because it'll get covered up anyway to pull off the cover. There we go. So now I just pull up my ring. There we go. Making sure none of my sequins are touching my foam there. And voila. Now I'm going to use my liquid glass to stick down my ring, and I'll just put a block on it for a few minutes till it is set. I do like liquid glass for this ring so that I know it's going to stay there. So I'll just now lay this down on top and line it up. And because it's the liquid glue, you do have a few seconds where you can move it around if you miss. So then I'm just going to, I'll just put my brick down on it for a second. Block, not brick. Okay, so then I have the back of the butterfly, and I'm just going to roll it just a little bit with my bone folder. Just to give it a little bit of volume. And then I just have a few little pieces of the holographic paper in here. So I'll pop those out. And I think if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure this is a Dreamy. So I'm just kind of, oh, there's another little piece. Bending the wings just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna glue the body down, and then we'll add the shaker to the card, because we'll be good now. And then we'll add our butterfly to our card, and we will be done. So yeah, so Friday I'm going to do a shaker layout, and I think it might be grad themed. I've got to open up my other computer though to look for pictures, but I think I'm gonna use, I think, stars and sparklers, and do a grad layout. So okay, so now this just fits perfectly in here. So, but don't forget, you only want to add adhesive on this half of the Z part of the inside, right? Because if you add adhesive over here, you'll end up with your card stuck together. So when it's closed, I can see perfectly where I need to add adhesive. Okay, and then, so I didn't overstuff it. So I have my card base closed, and then I'm just going to get my thank you straight, and that fits down into the circle just like that. And I'm just going to rub it from behind. There we go. And then I'm going to add my butterfly. So I think this time we will add it at the top instead of the bottom. So when I am adhering the butterfly, I'm just adding the parts of the butterfly to the card front that are going to connect. So you can see, for example, on this one, right? This part of the butterfly has no adhesive on it. So if I'm going to put it up here, I'm only going to add adhesive to the top of the wings there, and not the bottom of the butterfly, or it won't open. So now I just want to make sure that I've not gone too low. No. Okay, and I'm just gonna rub it again from behind. So there we go. That's that one. And that's just as pretty. You could add obviously anything to the front that you want. I think if you moved your circle too, you could even probably add the big one, but I think it might be too big. Let me see. Yes, that's too big. Okay guys, so that is what I have for you today, the first day of Shaker Week. So if you don't have the PDF with the measurements, etc., just comment card, and I will I'll respond to that. And then, like I said, so these are just some of the other versions that I've done the last little while. So here's the stars and sparklers, which turned out really cute. So I just picked the colors that coordinate with the stars and sparklers, and then underneath is that little hidden star, so that's kind of fun. So there's that one. And then I did a Father's Day version with the hexagon thin cuts. So like I said, don't forget, you can totally use your thin cuts and not pull out your Cricut. So there's the Father's Day one. The other one my kids gave my husband. So, but here's a birthday version of that hexagon one. And then I did a fun happiest place one with the desserts a la whirl, and then some balloons. So, and then this is also another You Are Enough one, and this is the charity stamp set for this year, which is very useful. I've used it all year long. It's the same stamp set they've had all year, and the money goes, portion of the money goes to Operation Smile. So, like I said, I think I've used it literally all year long. So that's what I've got for you today. Sure thing. I will add the links in right after I'm finished. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see some of you on Friday. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.